You are looking at the exact moment Judge Caldwell lost patience after the Witness 14 tape leaked this morning. The defense team didn't just lose the argument, they lost their freedom. Here is exactly what was on that tape. This isn't speculation. This isn't rumor. Federal marshals walked 3 defense attorneys out in handcuffs in the middle of a trial. When a sitting federal judge orders the arrest of officers of the court on live television, something catastrophic has just happened. So what triggered this unprecedented courtroom explosion? At 7:47 a.m. Eastern this morning, an encrypted audio file appeared simultaneously on 4 major whistleblower platforms. The file was labeled W14, Privileged, Do Not Distribute. Within 90 minutes, it had been downloaded more than 3 million times. By 9:15 a.m., the audio was playing on every major news network. That audio was Witness 14, the prosecution's star-protected witness, speaking in a recorded conversation that was never supposed to exist. This isn't just another courtroom drama. This is what happens when the most protected witness in a federal corruption case gets recorded by the very attorneys sworn to uphold the law. And what they discussed on that tape goes far beyond legal strategy. Judge Caldwell's reaction tells you everything. He didn't call a recess. He didn't issue a warning. He signaled U.S. Marshals and ordered the entire defense table placed under arrest before the morning break. In 37 years on the federal bench, he has never done anything remotely like this. And I have the audio. I have the transcript. I have the court filings that dropped in the last 2 hours. Let me show you exactly what they're trying to bury. Here's what the Witness 14 tape actually reveals. The recording runs 11 minutes and 43 seconds. It captures a conversation between 3 individuals now confirmed as lead defense attorney Marcus Webb, associate counsel Daniel Haraman, and a third voice prosecutors have identified as an intermediary working for the defendant's business associates. This is it. This is what everyone is talking about. The first bombshell drops at the 2:14 mark. Webb's voice, clear as day, states, "The witness needs to understand that cooperation has consequences, not legal consequences, personal ones. Make sure that message is received before Thursday." That Thursday was the scheduled testimony of Witness 14. Prosecutors say Webb then references sealed grand jury material, details only someone with inside access could possibly know. At the 4:47 mark, the third voice responds. The family situation has been made clear to him. Wife's employer, the kid's school enrollment, he understands what's at stake. That's not advocacy. That's witness intimidation. But it gets worse. At 8:22, Haraman asks about payment arrangements. Webb responds, "The retainer covers this. It's been structured through the consulting LLC. Nothing traces back." Financial records subpoenaed this morning show wire transfers totaling $847,000 from an offshore entity tied directly to the defendant's former business partner on January 3rd, 6th, and 12th. The dates match the recording perfectly. The FBI's lead forensic audio analyst authenticated the tape within hours. Voice analysis confirms Webb and Haraman with 99.2% certainty. Metadata shows the recording was made January 11th, just 5 days ago. And here's the kicker. The recording device wasn't planted by law enforcement. It was placed by someone inside the defense team's own circle. Court filings indicate a junior paralegal with access to Webb's office had been cooperating with prosecutors for weeks, wearing a wire. Former federal prosecutor Amanda Chen told MSNBC, "This is one of the most brazen examples of witness intimidation I've ever seen documented. The arrogance is staggering." At 9:56, Webb instructs how to approach Witness 14's brother-in-law. Make it clear the contract renewals depend on reasonable behavior from the whole family. In the final 90 seconds, the conversation turns even darker. Haraman suggests making an example of another witness in an unrelated case. So word gets around. Webb responds, "That's being handled separately. Different team." Legal analysts say that single phrase could open the door to a full RICO investigation. And then came the moment that froze the courtroom. At 10:47 a.m., Judge Caldwell received a sealed filing. Court observers say he reviewed it silently for 90 seconds, his face growing darker with every page. Then he looked up. Marshals. That was it. Webb tried to object. One gavel strike shut him down. Counsel, I have reviewed the evidence of your criminal conspiracy to obstruct justice, tamper with a federal witness, and violate every oath you swore as an officer of this court. Your voice is no longer welcome here. 3 minutes later, 3 attorneys were in handcuffs. Their client, billionaire developer Victor Ashworth, sat alone at the defense table as his entire legal team was led away. This isn't just a scandal. It's the collapse of a legal defense through criminal self-destruction. Hit subscribe. This story is moving by the hour. Court filings are still dropping, and the next 72 hours are going to be unprecedented. Because when the people sworn to defend the law become the criminals, the entire system is on trial. I'll see you in the next update.